Hi, I'm Rob. Welcome to your Daily Constitution. I am coming to you from the Rethink Home Studios in Anchorage, Alaska. So if you have a moment, take a look at rethinkhome.net. We have a lot of really cool stuff in here. There is furniture, there is a ton of artwork, and all kinds of just interesting things from all around the world. So if you have a moment, rethinkhome.net. Come by us if you're here in Anchorage at 322 Fireweed Lane. So, as I said, this is your daily Constitution, where we're going to take a little bit of the Constitution each day and read it. We'll look at it an article at a time, section by section, and just take a short video each day until we get all the way through it. We're going to read it straight through. We'll look at when items are changed by amendments, but we're not going to go look at those amendments until we get to the amendment section, and then we'll go back and look at what they changed. So, sit back and enjoy, and let's get started with your daily Constitution. Well, welcome to your daily Constitution. We are going to wrap up the non-amendment parts of the Constitution today. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So, Article 5, the Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution, or on the application of the legislatures of 2/3 of several states, shall call a convention for proposing amendments, which, in either case, shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of this Constitution, when ratified by the legislatures of 3/4 of the several states, or by conventions in 3/4 thereof, as the one or the other mode of ratification may be proposed by the Congress, provided that no amendment which may be made prior to the year 1808 shall in any manner affect the first and fourth clauses in this ninth section of the first article, and that no state without its consent shall be deprived of its equal suffrage in the Senate. Article 6. All debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land. And the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. The senators and representatives before mentioned, and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. But no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. Finally, Article 7. The ratification of the Convention of 9 states shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution between the states, so ratifying the same. Done in convention by the unanimous consent of the states present the 17th day of September in the year of our Lord 1787, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 12th, in witness whereof we have hereunto subscribed our names. George Washington, President and Deputy from Virginia. So that's it. That is the main body of the Constitution of the United States. The biggest part of that was Article 1, setting up the legislative branch, which was supposed to set all the laws, put everything into motion, and then the other offices came second. So then we get into amendments, and we see it's signed also by deputies of 12 states, which we will kind of linger there for a minute, see some of these folks. None of them still with us, unfortunately, so we can't hear any stories. And articles in addition to an amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America, proposed by Congress and ratified by the legislatures of the several states pursuant to the fifth article of the original Constitution. So we have a footnote 12, which we can read right now. Let's see if we can get in there. All right. The first 10 amendments of the Constitution of the United States and two others, one of which failed of ratification and the other which later became the 27th Amendment, were proposed to the legislatures of the several states by the first Congress on September 25th, 1789. The first 10 amendments were ratified by the following states, and the notifications of ratifications by the governors thereof were successively communicated by the President to Congress. New Jersey, November 20th, 1789. Maryland, December 19th, 1789. North Carolina, December 22nd, 1789. South Carolina, January 19th, 1790. New Hampshire, January 25th, 1790. Delaware, January 28th, 1790. New York, February 24th, 1790. Pennsylvania, March 10th, 1790. Rhode Island, June 7th, 1790. Vermont, November 3rd, 1791. And that took over a year to get Vermont in there. And Virginia, December 15th, 1791. So it took, a good couple of years to get all the states to ratify it. And that put it into place. Then the ratification was completed on December 15th, 1791, after those states ratified it and put it into the actual Constitution. Amendments were subsequently ratified by the legislatures of Massachusetts, March 2nd, 1939, Georgia, March 18th, 1939, and Connecticut, April 19th, 1939. 1939. It took them to ratify the Bill of Rights. So, all right. Well, that is it. We will get started then on the actual amendments here shortly in the next series. So we'll get started on that. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.